can do about it, man. But that's how arrogant this devil is. He's actually going to try and fight the Son of Man, man.
Yeah.
1 hour.
You gotta understand, brother. I have to correct you then. The Lord is going to put the spirit on him to fight.
That's true. That's true.
To fight the Lord.
But that's why he's not going to get no mercy, man. All right? Because that's arrogancy, man. Here it is. The Lord made you, but you're going to fight him. You know?
Yeah.
Wicked, man.
He's delusional.
Delusional, yeah, man. That's why the Revelation in 1 hour, it's going to just, the armies of the world is going to be destroyed in 1 hour, and then the nukes are going to come.
Brother, get that precept. It talks about how the Lord shall send them strong delusions. Matter of fact, you get that precept, brother.
Where is it?
It's in Psalms.
Second Thessalonians. There's one in Second Thessalonians.
But there's one in Psalms.
Oh, he knows that.
I think it's Second Thessalonians now.
Yeah, it's 2 Thessalonians 2 verse 11.
2:11.
Because it's the Most High that's going to compel them to fight the Lord. Esau don't want to fight the Lord. They don't want to do it. You're going, bro.
Yeah. It's because the fact that the ruling elite, it's not even the fact that they're delusional, it's the fact that they know that they got nothing to lose.
Yeah, they have to, yeah.
They know that according to our records, they're condemned. So they might as well, just throw all, throw all their chips out on the table, man.
Go out, guns blazing.
They got no part in mercy in our records.
Yeah.
They know that when Yahushua come down, that's the end of the road for them.
Yeah.
So they might as well just throw all out. Go all out. They might as well. I'd do that. If I was doing, I'd do the same thing. If I was,
Yeah, I was trying to get out the other day.
I'd go all out, man. I would fight for everything that I had left, man. Every missile in the silo at him, man.
Because, and you know too, and you're right, because the thing with Esau, they're gonna have too much to lose. They're gonna have way too much to lose, so they have to just, they're gonna have to fight tooth and nail to keep this raggedy ass kingdom going anyway. You know, but the point of going back to what I was saying though, the Lord is gonna put that spirit on them to fight. You know, that's in the Apocrypha too.
What? I'll read this one?
Yeah.
All right. 2 Thessalonians, chapter 2, verse 9. Even him whose coming is after the work of Satan, with all power and signs and lying wonders, man.
Okay, go on.
And with all deceivableness of unrighteousness in them that perish, because they have not loved the truth.
Nah, that's not what I wanted, bro.
Right. Verse 11, and for this cause, is that one?
That's the one right there.
Yeah. Verse 11, and for this cause God shall send them strong delusion, that they should believe a lie.
But there's one in also in Isaiah. Yeah, it's in the book of Isaiah where it talks about how the Lord will send them strong. You don't have to get it. Where it says that the Lord shall send them strong delusions that they should believe a lie.
It's another one, yeah?
Yeah, but you ain't gotta get it. So the Lord is gonna put that illusion in their mind to fight the Lord. You see that? Anyway, we're gonna go back. Yeah, read that.
Revelations 9, verse 20. And the rest of the men which were not killed by these plagues, yet repented not of the works of their hands, that they should not worship devils and idols of gold and silver and brass and stone and of wood, which neither can see, nor hear, nor walk.
Exactly.
Neither repented they of their murders, nor of their sorceries, nor of their fornication, nor of their thefts.
Right. So you're gonna have certain men on the earth that are not going to return from their wickedness. They're still going to continue on being more wicked, because ultimately they're going to be mad at the Most High as to what they've seen happen. Okay, but the Most High is going to pretty much do what he got to do regardless of what. The Lord don't care about what man thinks. He created man in his wisdom and understanding. So why would he care about what they would think? Now the Lord has mercy, but when it concerns all these other nations, he don't give two flying shits about that. Okay? He could do whatever the hell he wants to do. You're going, bro. You know? Yeah, you got a precept?
Oh, that's it. Oh, is that?
Yeah, read that. Yeah.
Revelation chapter 18, verse 8. Therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death and mourning and famine, and she shall be utterly burned with fire. For strong is the Lord God who judgeth her.
Exactly. So America's going to be destroyed, man. All right.
Verse 9. And the kings of the earth who have committed fornication and lived deliciously with her,
Yeah.
like China, innit? Shall bewail her and lament for her when they shall see her smoke of her burning.
Right, the smoke of her burning. So that's just the whole ordeal. The thing about it is that's the truth right there. That can't be distorted, that can't be wiped away. That's gonna happen. In the book of Isaiah 46, I believe that's what we was reading that, it talks about how the Lord spoken it by his prophet Isaiah, and it's gonna come to pass now. So America's gonna be destroyed now.
One more verse.
Yeah, keep going.
Revelation 18 and 10. Standing afar off for the fear of her torment, saying, Alas, alas, that great city Babylon, that mighty city, for in 1 hour is thy judgment come.
Right, in 1 hour is thy judgment come. So the angels are going to be like, finally, at last, that great city has been destroyed, man.
Yeah.
And we're going to be like that too, but we're going to be in a state of fear because the righteous what was scarce to forsake. Okay, so that's pretty much it, man. That's pretty much all I have to say.
So if I say something?
Yeah, keep going.
Yeah, and I know that.
What time is it? What time is it?
8 o'clock. Almost 8 o'clock. And I know that the elites, sometimes the Heavenly Father plays with them. Like, they will find some kind of UFO technology, reverse it, take it. That's what Area 51's about.
Yeah.
That's why anyone that tries to get near Area 51, they get shot on the spot.
Yeah.
Same with the Nazis. The Nazis had underground tunnels and bunkers, and they were trying to do UFO technology. That's for that great day, man.
To build up their mad delusional
military.
state. The military.
Yeah, there's a video on about Russia, and it shows the Russian government police escorting a truck with a massive UFO on it, man. Yeah, and they all got their hazard lights on, etc. So they actually, that's why even the Lord said, the Lord's going to use the Russians, the Medes, to destroy America, but he said, I'm against you still.
Amos chapter 9 verse 2. Though they dig into hell, then shall my hand take them.
That's talking about these elites, man. They got their underground bunkers and all that stuff. You can't hide, man.
And then it also said hell.
Yeah, hell.
So now
they're gonna be in hell.
So what are you trying to say? That they're gonna dig into fire to get away from more fire?
Yeah.
Makes sense, man.
That makes sense.
The Lord said he's gonna come with fire. So they're gonna dig into fire to escape fire. Doesn't make sense. So we know that hell is
condition, man.
Yeah. It's talking about the grave, that the ground, pretty much.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. I'll read that for you. Yeah. So it's Amos said it.
9 verse 2. It's just a precept that I was gonna give you. It's a precept I was gonna give you.
Gates of the nobles, man. Those nobles, you're gonna be in bad shape, man. Doesn't matter, like the brother, I don't know who he is, but I think he has that GMS Tribe channel, Defenders of the Truth. He said, whatever you do to us, man, we don't care, man.
Oh yeah, that's the brother from Baltimore.
Baltimore, yeah? Yeah, man, that video was super spiritual, man. And he did it with anger. Righteous anger, man.
Yeah.
I remember watching Roots, The Next Generation. Some guy said, Malcolm X is angry, and it's a righteous anger. And that's what we have, man. This is a righteous anger, you know? But we have to wait upon the Lord, man. Because he's the captain of the whole of this, man.
What?
Did I need my Bible yesterday? I mean, not yesterday, last week.
No.
Yeah. This is on 9/11. Okay, it says, though they dig into hell, then shall mine hand take them. Though they climb up to heaven, thence will I bring them down.
Saith the Lord.
And though they hide themselves in the top of Carmel, let me read this again. It says, though they dig into hell, then shall mine hand take them. Though they climb up to heaven, thence will I bring them down.
Right, the heaven. If I read that again, sir.
It says, though they dig into hell, then shall mine hand take them.
Exactly, of my hand. Now, the Most High is not literally going.
Yeah.
The hand is talking about Yahweh Shai, and Yahweh Shai is also going to come with his elect. So, Yahweh Shai and the elect.
The angels.
Right, the angels.
Yeah.
But also when it says what did it say? It said after we're gonna take them out. Hold that for hold it.
The one in Psalms. Gates of the noble.
That was the one where they're going to
And that just shows you that the elites, they're bitches, man. They do all this stuff and then scurry and hide.
Yeah, that's it.
Like a little girl. It feels so tough. Why don't you
No,
just-
they're not. No.
Yeah, they're not, man.
Yeah.
Just a bunch of pedophiles.
If you used to meet one of them down a dark alleyway, you'd bust one of their heads, man.
Isaiah 24 verse 21. Hold that.
24 what? 21.
24 verse 21.
It doesn't matter if you get it, don't it?
You know, man. Well, hold that.
Yeah, you know.
Hold them.
Yeah, I've got two. Isaiah 24 and 21. It shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall punish the host of the high ones that are on high.
So it said that, and it shall come to pass in that day. So this is the book of prophecy spoken by Isaiah, because Isaiah saw the wicked elites of this society get snatched up by the Lord, man. He actually saw them getting grabbed up, all right, chained up. Because this verse that we're reading goes hand in hand with Psalms 149 about you shall put the kings in fetters of iron.
That's it.
Okay? Read that again.
Isaiah 24 and 21. And it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall punish the host of the high ones that are on high, and the kings of the earth upon the earth.
Right. So who are the kings of this earth? The kings of the earth are the ones you don't really see on the television.
Yeah.
Okay? You don't see them in the entertainment world, in the theaters, the movies. No, you got your certain Hollywood stars, man. TV stars. The kings, you don't see them there, man. Okay? They're the ones behind the curtains, running everything, man. Alright? And that's the Rothschilds, okay, the Rockefellers, and them. Right. So the Lord's going to punish them. Okay? Because they're the ones pretty much that have had us, the Israelites, in bondage. Okay? And have benefited from our destruction. So the Lord has a controversy with them. So as we're reading, we'll go back to Amos 9 and 2.
This is Amos 9 and 2. Though they dig into hell, then shall mine hand take them.
Right. So though they be dug into hell, then my hand shall take them. Okay? Because that hand of the Most High, that's talking about Yahweh Shai. And we can prove that. Okay? Give me
Oh, yeah, I know what you get.
So 36.
Malachi, I want to get Malachi, brother. 36 and what? 36 verse 2. Let's go to 6. Oh yeah, let me get Obadiah.
Oh yeah. Ecclesiasticus chapter 36, verse 3. Lift up thy hand against the strange nations.
Lift up thy hand
Against the strange nations.
Exactly. Because your brother just read how, though you dig into hell, my hand shall fetch thee. And it said, lift up thy hand. Go ahead. Read that again.
Lift up thy hand against the strange nations.
Go ahead.
And let them see thy power.
Let them see thy power. Go ahead.
As thou was sanctified in us before them, so be thou magnified among them before us.
Right. So the Lord's going to use his power, okay, to defeat and destroy the enemy.
I got a precept too.
Okay. Go bring that precept out.
Yeah, real quick. This is Obadiah 1, verse 4. Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest amongst the stars, thence will I bring thee down, save the Lord.
That's right. Because the eagle represents what, man? Esau's power structure, man. Right. Greeks had it, the Romans had it. The Germans, the Nazis. I remember when Hitler first came to power, he went on the Brandenburg, one of the monuments, and he put up a swastika with an eagle, man. And he was looking at it like, it's that. And he did this. You know that Nazi salute?
Yep.
That goes back to the Romans, man. I think it's called something called Zalator, man. All right. That's why you got to look up history, man. Nothing new under the sun. The Roman generals, especially when they were beating the shit out of us, they would go back to their army general and they'll be like this. Nazi salute, man. But now they call it the Nazi. Oh, your royal family. Your great royal family, they do Nazi salutes, man. Alright?
Yeah.
They do, innit?
Yeah.
Yeah, see? So the so-called white man. The so-called white man, he knows who he is, man. That's good.
Yeah.
You know?
Richard Spencer, he's a white supremacist. A speaker for white supremacy, he does it as well on YouTube.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, the Nazi salute, yeah.
Yeah, you see? See, they want to conserve their power, but you niggas don't want power, man. Do you get what I mean? You just want to have the crumbs off your master's table. That's why the Lord's going to wipe you off the mat first, and then concentrate on it.
He hates the 2/3.
I hate the 2/3, man. And then the Lord's going to concentrate on the nobles first, and that's justice and righteous, man. All right. So we just have to be patient, and the word patient means to suffer, man.
And I want to say this as well, right? Because see, we curse Jake out, man. But at the end of the day, man, Jake, like me and this brother was going into, man, the week before. I believe it was 2 weeks ago. We had this Jake. He came up, man. You remember the guy? You know the Yardie man that came up.
Yeah.
He was bugged out his mind, man.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm not gonna lie. Kind of feel sorry for the man. Kind of feel sorry for him, you know.
Yeah.
But the thing about it is the Most High has smitten us with malice, man. So this is why Jake is acting the way they're acting and doing what they're doing, you know. But at the end of the day, the Lord is going to have mercy on Israel, you know. That's just the thing. There's a balance. Because I like to curse Jake out too, man. But we have to understand that Jake,
Not in their right minds.
they're still the lost people, man. You know what I mean? So we have to kind of be balanced and recognize that, you know.
That's true. Psalm 21 and what?
21 verse 8. Because we're talking about the Lord's hand, right? And you heard how the Lord is going to use his hand to destroy it. Their right hand against the strange nations. Go and read that.
Psalms 21 verse 8. Thine hand shall find out all thine enemies.
Thine hand shall find out all thy enemies. What did we read in the brothers read in Amos chapter 9? It said how though they dig into hell, mine hand shall get you out. Why is the Lord going to get them out? Why? Because these people that are digging into hell, that are trying to escape the Lord, they hate the Most High. And they're the enemies of the Lord. So read that again.
Psalms 21 verse 8. Thine hand shall find out all thine enemies. Thy right hand shall find out those that hate thee.
Right, thy right hand shall find out those that hate thee. All right? Read again.
Psalms 21 verse 8.
No, read more.
I'll continue, yeah? Verse 9. Thou shalt make them as a fiery oven in the time of thine anger.
Thou shalt make them a fiery oven in the time of thine anger. Fiery oven. What's that talking about? Missile destruction, the lasers, okay? Ultimately going to destroy the society, and a whole load of Edomites are going to be destroyed. Okay? Go ahead.
The Lord shall swallow them up in his wrath, and the fire shall devour them.
And the fire shall devour them. Okay? Read on.
Their fruit shalt thou destroy from the earth, and their seed from among the children of men.
All right, so that's going to happen like 1,000 years on from then, according to Obadiah. All right, that the house of Esau that shall be for stubble, when the house of Israel and the house of Judah come together.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's happening now, isn't it?
When they come together after 1,000 period of time, a lot of things is going to happen at that 1,000-year period of time. You're going to have the other nations are going to be freed from their captivity, and they're going to be given lands, all right? But the main nation that's going to be wiped out, as we was reading, is the Edomites. And that's how you know this talk about the Edomites, but the other nations, they're going to still be here, all right? There shall be no end to all the people. All right, so read that again.
And and I got a precept. You can continue on, but I got a quick precept, brother. Because you had the brother read on how what is it, the Lord. Matter of fact, read that again. Read that again.
Psalms 21 verse 10. Their fruit shalt thou destroy from the earth, and their seed from among the children of men. For they intend evil against thee. They imagine a mischievous device which they are not able to perform.
Well, what verse do you want?
11.
Now it's where it says how the Lord will bring fire, something like that.
Yeah, verse 9.
On verse 9. Psalms 21 verse 9. Thou shalt make them as a fiery oven in the time of thine anger.
Yeah, that's why I got this right here. This is Malachi 4 verse 1. It says, for behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven.
Right.
And all the proud, yea, and all that do wickedly shall be stubble, and the day that cometh shall burn them up, save the Lord of hosts, that it shall lead them neither root nor branch.
Okay, that's serious, man. An oven, I'm talking about the ancient ovens, man.
Right.
I'm not talking about these modern day ovens. You can adjust the heat, man.
It gradually gets hot.
Yeah, and then you can turn it down. You can twist it down to turn down the heat. You know, you try to put something in the oven like salmon or something like that, and you can adjust the heat. You can turn it up high or put it at a mild temperature. I'm talking about the ancient ones where you can't adjust it, man.
Right.
It just keeps on getting hot. Okay? But the scripture says that the wicked are going to get that. The Edomites, but it's not just them. You're going to have the 2/3 of our people, all right? The other heathen nations, okay? A segment of them are going to be destroyed. Obviously, you're going to have men left over on earth, all right? So the Most High is not going to completely do away with the people on earth, but he's going to destroy a vast number of them.
Because we need the slaves too.
Exactly. All right. That's why this Holocaust or this time is called the second death. All right. And it's something likened unto the first death, which is the flood. All right. Just as catastrophic. Go ahead.
It says, they shall lead them neither root nor branch.
Right.
But unto you that fear my name shall the Son of Righteousness arise with healing in his wings. And ye shall go forth and grow up as halves of the storm.
Right, so that's going to sign off.
Yeah.
But read
Verse 10.
Yeah, read that.
Psalms.
I got some more, brother. Salaki, I got some more. This is Malachi 3, verse 11. It says, and I will rebuke and devour for your sakes, and he shall not destroy the fruits of your ground, neither shall your vine cast her fruits before the time in the field, save the Lord of hosts.
Right.
That's it on that.
Psalms 21 verse 10. Their fruit shalt thou destroy from the earth, and their seed from among the children of men.
Now, is that talking about real
Yes,
fruit,
big man.
like bananas and apples, man? It's going to destroy their fruit. Like, wow, like, that's such an evil thing. Why would you want to destroy my fruit? My pineapples, man.
My grapes.
It's not talking about the fruit. It's talking about the offspring, their seed. All right, their children. All right?
But you forget about another fruit, the oranges.
The oranges. All right? So the Lord is going to do away with the sons of the wicked, which are the Edomites, so-called Caucasians of today. see, they're walking around and they don't even realize that according to the Bible, they're gonna get wiped out.
Yeah. But we're gonna have fun for 1,000 years first.
Can you imagine that? They got all this deal with these Edomites on a day-to-day basis, man. And you see them walking around and even interact with them. They got no idea what the future holds for them. And that's how the Most High doesn't want to give them any visions of what the future beholds, man. Because if they did, a lot of them would probably commit suicide.
Their prophecy would be fulfilled.
A lot of them would just start committing suicide, man. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them don't want to believe it, even if you tell it to them.
Yeah, of course.
I remember one Edomite, I was teaching in Brixton, this guy, he came up twice because we were cutting him. And he was like, nah, I'll always have money. I remember he said that.
He said?
Yeah, he came up a second time because the first time we cut him up so bad, he came back a second time on a Saturday. And he was like, he said a lot of things. Well, the one thing he said I remember is, I'll always have money. Like, he's delusionalizing himself because he didn't want to believe that he's going to go into slavery.
Yeah, brother, how you gonna have money in slavery, bro?
You know what I'm saying? And that's that money that he has, that's not even money, bro.
Yeah.
Right,
No,
exactly.
So how your note is not gonna buy you in that time. That British dollar, that British note, pound note.
And I have to correct myself too, because I said, how you gonna have money in slavery? Well, we got money in slavery, but I'm talking about, in the kingdom, they're not gonna have anything, man. They're just gonna be doing work, free labor, you know?
Yeah, man.
That's what I meant when I said
We're going to be an easy captain. We're going to torture you, man. I don't think you realise what we've got in store for you, man. And we're going to do everything that Heavenly Father programs us to do. Alright? It's going to be His anger in us, like it says in Isaiah, man.
Yeah, so the Lord's gonna do them double because look, what did Esau do to our fruit and our seed?
Still doing it, man.
He fed them to alligators.
Yep.
He set up abortion clinics to have us kill our own children.
Yep.
What else did he do?
Raped our women to the point where they love him now. It's true. No?
But in terms of the children, we're talking about,
Molested them,
yeah.
fed to alligators. He put Gad on boats. I did a video on that, man. Gad was scattered as well. There's a book on it called The Indian Slave Trade, man. Yes, he's got a hell lot to pay for. And he swore on the Holy Bible that this was the Rock of America, man. Ronald Reagan said that. The Bible is the Rock of America.
Hey, I think that's part of the curses that go to Deuteronomy 28. Said he showed no favor to the young or old.
Yeah.
Yeah, he showed, yeah. That's Deuteronomy 28 verse 50.
Yeah, swift as the eagle.
Read that. So the Lord's going to do you double. According to, Revelations 18. So you showed, if I'm going to read it first.
Yeah, Deuteronomy 28 verse 50. A nation of fierce countenance,
We're still dealing with that old topic,
which shall not regard the person of the old. Deuteronomy 28 verse 50. A nation of fierce countenance, which shall not regard the person of the old, nor show favor to the young.
A nation of fierce countenance. See, Esau, yeah. See, we right now we like to think Esau is this nice guy. No. In order to kill the people that he did, in order to be like this man had a fierce countenance, man.
That's a kill for him.
He had to enjoy killing. See, the so-called white man likes to kill, man. Alright? He likes to kill. It makes him feel like he's the big bad guy. It makes him feel like he's something. Because deep down inside, he knows he's really nothing.
He's fascinated by death, by splitting death.
Right? Yeah. Because he's the physical representation of death. So death is in him, man. Alright? Death is their culture. If you look at Jacob, life was our culture, like anything to do with religion.
Or celebration.
Yeah, or religion, like church, something godly, spirituality, something to do with life. The root core of Jacob is morals, man. We're very moralistic by nature. If you look at the front end, you'll see, the thug shit and all that rubbish, right? But that's not us. If you look at how we originally was, we're very moralistic people, we're very godly. All right. But now, if you look at Esau's about death. They're about they usher out a death-free vibration, bro. Okay. So the Lord, it said that they're a nation of a fierce countenance. Esau is a violent guy. You gotta get that. All right, and he what read that again?
Deuteronomy 28, verse 50. A nation of fierce countenance, which shall not regard the person of the old,
Right.
nor show favor to the young.
They didn't care about no old guy. In fact, they were the first ones thrown off the boat
Yeah.
Yeah.
because they were seen as being worthless.
Esau's a coward, isn't it?
You know what I'm saying?
Brother, you got certain OJs, they take offense to that, man.
So I said that.
Go on.
Yeah, another example, there's this thing on that I watched when I wasn't well about South Africa, man. A 7-year-old South African was saying that the police roll around in Soweto, live bullets and shoot at kids, man.
Yeah.
And the little boy went, I hate the job he does, but I like the man. He rolls around in the gun and he shoots at little South African kids. And he said,
Yeah,
I think.
I remember reading an article
Yeah,
about
he said, I think your police force is sick. And a little 7-year-old boy said that, man. And then I thought maybe it's just one of them. Then later on in the documentary, 2 other little South African kids said the same thing. They just roll around shooting at little kids, man. They're the
That's
complete.
game, it's like game.
Yeah, it's like game for them, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Bring us quickly out. Psalm 17, verse 13. Arise, O Lord, disappoint him, cast him down, deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword. We have to remember the South Africans, they're the ancient Canaanites, man. And the Lord don't like them people, man.
Oh yeah.
They're very wild, man. That's why South Africa's got a high crime rate. They're wild, they're into all kinds of things. But Esau had no mercy on them, man. They probably raped Mandela in prison, man.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I wouldn't be surprised, man. He's a sick bastard, man. That's why all these niggas that want to stick up for them, I hate you niggas so much, man. Sorry.
Hey, that's just his spirit, man. Because the one you got your spirit, man. You hate Edomites, right?
I just hate
you don't like the
niggas, man.
2/3.
I just don't like being around niggas. I'm allergic to them. You know what I mean?
I'm in the middle. I mean, I have a little hatred for Jake, but I hate Esau too. So it's
Yeah.
funny how you got your spirit,
Yeah.
but I'm like in between,
I'm not even thinking about if when we get them in slavery. I'm thinking about the Arabs and Esau, man. I want to get both of them, man. I'm going to do the rounds, but them the two I want. Esau first, though.
So what? You show no faith with that again?
Yeah. One second.
Deuteronomy 28, verse 50. A nation of fierce countenance, which shall not regard the person of the old, nor show favor to the young, man.
He showed no favor to the young. Okay? Because the young ones, they were seen as costing more.
Yeah.
But they were the most likely to be victims of Esau's sexual deviance.
Yeah, good man for Tom, man.
There was a lot of sodomy going on, man. So-called white man, Esau is a deviant devil, man. He was sodomizing us, man.
Yep.
Our children, the older, the bucks. There was a lot of sodomy going on, man. Remember, Esau's not a lawful man. He's not righteous. He's not upright.
And he's not moral too. He's not moralistic, man.
And remember, we was without the Most High. The Most High wasn't with us, man.
Yeah.
So we had no power. We had no defense.
You know his name either.
He was literally at the mercy of the wicked. So the wicked was doing with us whatever they pleased.
Yeah.
And the Most High let it happen.
What piece of Joel chapter 3, verse 3. And they have cast lots for my people, and given a boy for a harlot, and sold a girl for wine that they might drink.
Gave a boy for a harlot.
Yeah.
So boys were getting molested, man. Why do you think down there in Jamaican islands they're so heavy against being a batty man? A chichi boy.
There's a lot of that was going around.
Yeah, man.
Batty man, a chichi boy. What else? Sodomy.
Chichi man.
Heavy against that because Esau was doing a lot of sodomy to us back then. He was sodomizing a lot of us back then, man. Now if you go into the whole buck breaking, you got to understand that Esau, I'm not the type of man that takes to do that to another man. To strap another man to a tree trunk.
Yeah, man.
Right in front of the other slaves, man. Meaning Esau was freaking off, man.
And that's just the thing, because when you really look at Esau, the Edomites, because you have to be an animal. You can't be a human being. That's an animal.
Yeah, you didn't know. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and like even how they conduct themselves to this very day. They go to bars and do what they gotta do, and they act like animals because they're animals. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're not a people of morals or standards.
Yeah.
That's a human being. You know what I mean? I'm saying it in the way that the world would say it, which the word human means man of color. You know?
Right. Because you have to understand that's true, because when you go into Genesis, is it 25?
Oh, I know.
It says that Jacob was a plain man.
Well, intense, isn't it?
Exactly. When you look at plain, one of the definitions is very moralistic.
Wow. Yeah.
Now, when you go to Esau, give me Job 30, man. Hold that. Give me Job 30. Esau's the counterfeit to Jacob. So we're gonna find out what Esau was described as being.
He was a wild man. Well, Ishmael was a wild man. You know what I'm saying?
Job 30 and what?
30. Verse, 30 verse.
Start from verse 1. That is younger than I.
Verse 6.
Oh, okay. Job chapter 30, verse 6. Alright. Verse 5. They were driven forth among men, right, to dwell in the cliffs of the valleys, in the caves of the earth,
Right.
and in the rocks.
Right, so they were driven forth from among men to do that, to do what?
To dwell in the cliffs of the valleys, in the caves of the earth, and in the rocks.
Right, so that's what you call them Caucasians,
Timius did that, innit?
or cave dwellers. There was a period of time where they weren't doing that, and they don't like talking about that time period because it ruins their image.
Yeah.
Their godly, that noble, that prestigious, image that they like to portray of themselves.
Dark Ages.
That they were upright people and they brought civilization, and as far as that civilized image of themselves. Because if the world knew that Esau is really an uncivilized man, a beast at that, okay, and the type of activities that they were getting up to in those caves, all right, then the people will look at Esau quite differently. Okay, maybe he's not this civilized or upright, you know what I'm saying, well-educated and well-learned man. Okay, there's a point in time when he was just a dog, man. The scripture says, read that again.
Job 30 verse 6. To dwell in the cliffs of the valleys, in caves of the earth, and in the rocks.
And in the rocks, man. In wilderness.
Yeah.
That's where this man came out from. It's a time of wilderness. Okay? A time of desolation. So imagine that. We're gonna be civilized by an uncivilized man. How can an uncivilized man civilize anybody? This uncivilized man is gonna turn the world into an uncivilized place. Okay? Turn this world into a wilderness. And that's what he did according to Isaiah 24. That's what he did in Isaiah 24, man.
Pompeii, man.
And you know, to use the word civil, you know that the word civil goes back to the word Roman? So he Romanized, so Esau pretty much Romanized the world. And you know, the Romans they were a bunch of freaks.
Yeah, Pompeii, man. Yeah, Apostle Art talks about all they were having orgies, and they were publicizing. They were making statues of it. 2 women, 2 men humping a woman, man humping a goat.
I'm gonna look into that.
So what did the Lord do? He made Mount Vesuvius erupt, and it wasn't the lava that killed them. It was the soot. They went in their houses, and they had a slow, agonizing death, man. All right, but what does Esau do? He makes films about Pompeii, man. Niggas want to save them, man.
They had sex with goats as well. Animals and stuff.
And they made statues of it. There's a statue of a woman like that, and then she's lifting up her skirt, and it's got a penis under it. That's from that time in Pompeii. I looked it up, man.
Okay.
And even during the Greeks too. There's one more thing I want to say, and I'm going to get back to the brother. Even in during the time of ancient Greece, a lot of the men, the Edomite men, what they would do, they would get Edomite young boys and have sex with them.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That was during the time of ancient Greece.
Yeah. That Greece was known for doing that, bro. And Athens. Athens, they were all up into that, bro. Okay.
Sodomy.
That's Esau's way. That's Esau's way, man. Okay. You know.
Island of Lesbos.
And one more thing they want, right? Because you said Esau is nothing but a dog, right? The scripture, I think it's in Genesis chapter 3, man, or Genesis 4, where it talks about how this particular spirit would pretty much go up on all fours.
Right. What you say? Say that again?
Now it says something about how this man or a man would pretty much walk up on all fours. That's Esau right now. That's what Esau did.
Yeah, he did that in the Caucasus Mountains.
He's going to go back to doing that as well. It's lucky.
You know the scripture. You know the
Go
scripture.
The serpent will eat dust.
Yeah, the serpent. That's it. The serpent. That's why. That's why it's the
Dust.
spirit.
Yeah.
He said something about all fours.
Yeah, he was talking about Esau. The serpent is talking about them, the sons of the wicked.
Yeah.
Yeah, on their belly, innit?
Yeah. Meaning they'll be like low people. We're reading it right now.
Yeah.
That's what we're talking about.
Continuing Job, yeah?
Yeah.
All right, Job 30, verse 7. Among the bushes they prayed, under the nettles they were gathered together. They were children of fools, yea, children of base men.
Right.
They were viler than the earth.
Violent than the earth, man. So there's a type of people that enslaved us, man.
Yeah.
She thinks she's got a good catch. She's got a base man. Yeah.
Yeah. Just don't even focus on that.
And you see that, and that's this delusion, because that's what Yahushua said it best. If he knew the truth, he'd be free, man.
Yeah.
You know, but that's the type of people that showed no favor to the young, all right, and had no regard for the old.
Yeah.
But you know
People that
those
was violent than the earth.
It's not.
Okay? Children of fools, man. Base men. A base man is going to teach you about what's right and wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's never gonna happen.
Going to sit in the seat of morality, telling you about, you know, what's moral and what isn't moral. You know what I'm saying? And that's why this man has to be destroyed. The scriptures say he showed no favor to the young. Hey, man. Imagine that centuries where this man had his way with us.
Yeah. That's why faggots are...
Stephen Lawrence is another example.
Yeah.
They didn't show favour to him, man. You know? And they lied about it and they said, I know in my heart I didn't do it. And they did it, man. They're naturally good at lying, basically. You know?
And even now, they know how to basically manipulate the minds of the youths, right, through the media.
Yeah, music.
You know what I'm saying? Because Esau knows that if he captures the minds of the young ones from a young age, before the parents get to them, then he can have control over them.
That's why it's so easy, if I could just say, that's why it's so easy for them to get put in care.
Yeah, of course.
I think it's a bit different now because they're finding out about all the paedophilia. But years ago, a lot of us was in care. Any little thing you do, you got to be taken away from your parents to be put in care.
Yeah.
So they can manipulate your mind.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, my neighbour, when she got sick, I think they were trying to, I don't know if they were trying to take the kid away, but we said, listen, if her mum's sick, we'll pick her up from school, we'll take her to her grandmother's. Do you get what I mean? They're itching to take your kids into care, man.
Yeah.
And you know, a lot of the times those kids that go into care, a lot of them are molested.
Yeah, it's coming out a lot now.
Yeah.
Social services and all of that.
Yeah. The guy, remember that guy Marcus? Used to come and listen to us in Brixton, tall guy. He even said it boldly on camera, I was molested, man.
Right.
It was an Israelite that got molested by a Edomite man, man.
The elect won't get the elect. The most I won't let the elect get molested. None of them.
Well, that's not going to happen to us.
None of the elect will get molested.
You know?
And I like the fact that you said that because it says, well, we just read it. It says in Hosea 4:6, if you reject me, then I shall reject you.
Yeah, and I shall also reject thy children, man. Yeah. There you go, man.
You know what I'm saying? Because in slavery, Esau would take your children from you. It tells you that in the curses.
Yeah, it's simple.
And the Lord would You look for your children for longing of eyes.
All the day long, yeah.
Get that. That's
Yeah, I got a precept right there.
Yeah.
that's it. Deuteronomy 28 verse 32. Get that real quick.
Okay, Deuteronomy 28 verse 32. Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people, and thy eyes shall look and fail with longing for them all the day long. And there shall be no might in thy hand.
Exactly, that showed you that in that what's it? Roots.
Yeah, Kizzy,
Kunta
innit?
Kinte, and she got raped, man. She was a virgin, and Esau had his way with her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Imagine that was your door,
Folder.
and there'd be no man in your hand for you to do. We actually lived in those times, man.
Yeah.
Your door, your beloved door, your one and only child got took from you and molested by Edomite, and Lord knows what he was doing to her, man.
Yeah.
Lord knows, man. Because remember, this is the wicked in all the world. Give me
The worst one, man. But that on the other hand, that shows you how wicked we was, man.
read verse from verse 7.
Verse 7, yeah?
Yeah.
Alright. The Song of the Three Holy Children, chapter 1, verse 7. In all things have we trespassed and not obeyed the commandments, nor kept them, neither done as thou hast commanded us,
Right, so neither have we done as the Lord commanded us. Go ahead.
that it might go well with us.
That it might go well with us. Go ahead.
Wherefore, all that thou hast brought upon us, and everything that thou hast done to us, thou hast done in true judgment.
That has done in true judgment. Go ahead.
And thou didst deliver us into the hands of lawless enemies,
So the Lord deliver us into the hands of lawless enemies,
most hateful forsakers of God,
most hateful forsakers of the Most High. Go ahead.
and to an unjust king,
To an unjust king. That's Esau. Go ahead.
and the most wicked in all the world.
And the most wicked in all the world, man.
I gotta know that scripture when I
understand?
get home, man.
The Most High
What
gave
scripture was that, brother? What was that?
The song of the Three Holy Children, 1 and 7.
So that's a bad. I like to go into that sometime.
Let me zoom in on that.
Yeah, it's in the Apocrypha, man. Hey, and who authorized the Apocrypha? The Queen.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, thank you very much. You dickhead, man.
Hold on. Because the camera
Verse
just
7
Yeah, 1,
to verse what's it?
verse 7.
To 9.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a quick precept.
Yeah, the wickedest of all the earth, man.
Yeah, this is Job chapter 20.
Alright.
Verse. I'll start with verse
Only one that one.
26. It says, all darkness shall be hidden in secret places. A fire not blown shall consume him.
Right.
It shall go ill with him that is left in his tabernacle.
Right.
The heavens shall reveal his iniquity,
Right.
and the earth shall rise up against him. The increase of his house shall depart, and his goods shall flow away in the days of his wrath.
Have to read that again.
All right. This is verse 27. The whole thing, or
Yeah.
okay. It says, all darkness shall be hidden in secret places.
So all darkness shall be hidden in secret places. Go ahead.
A fire not blown shall consume him.
A fire not blown shall consume him. Nuclear destruction. Go ahead.
It shall go ill with him that is left in his tabernacle.
It shall go ill with him that's left in his tabernacle. This is we're rejoicing in this. It's gonna go ill with Esau at the last, man. Okay? It's gonna go ill with him at the last. Go ahead.
The heavens shall reveal his iniquity,
The heavens shall reveal his iniquity.
and the earth shall rise up against him.
The earth shall rise up. All these other nations, they're gonna rise up against Esau. Okay?
Yeah.
They're gonna rise up. It's called the thermonuclear holocaust. The earth shall rise up against him. Go ahead.
The increase of his house shall depart,
The increase of his house shall depart. Go ahead.
and his goods shall flow away in the day of his wrath.
In the day of Esau's wrath, okay, the day of the Most High's wrath, when he exacts his wrath upon Esau, all his goods are going to flow away. All right? That's why the scripture says, envy not the oppressor, for you don't know what his end shall be.
Choose none of his ways.
All right? And that's good, man. Because all people want to be like Esau. Go ahead.
This is the portion of a wicked man from the Most High.
This is the portion of a wicked man from the Most High. Go ahead.
It says he was the wicked of all the world.
Exactly. You were delivered into the most evil nations, evil in all the world, man.
Yeah.
And the heritage appointed unto him by the Most High.
Right. You understand? That's right. So let's go back on to what's it?
Or John 30.
Is it Psalms? 23 Psalms.
Psalms.
Yeah, Psalms with
Yeah, with Psalms 20.
Oh, Psalms 20.
highlight.
No, it's a lot. It's not. He was reading something in the book of Psalms where it talks about he is the wicked of all the world.
No.
The one that goes into is that's it. Psalms 21 verse 10.
10.
Yeah. Yeah, because you know Esau, he goes into Africa molesting children.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He takes his little nasty ways there.
And not just Africa, he also goes into there's another country he goes into as well.
Cambodia and that.
Yeah, that's it, Cambodia. And all he's doing is having sex with those kids, man.
Orphans, yeah.
Yeah. Like if you go to like a poor country, like a country that's very vulnerable, he'll go to those places and have his way with those kids.
You can't be doing that, man.
It's off, man.
You can't be having sex with a child. The two lost
That's child. Come on. Yeah, that's Esau for you, man.
Psalms 21 verse 10, yeah?
That's the devil for you.
Yeah.
Psalms 21 verse 10. Their fruit shall be destroyed from the earth, and their seed from among the children of men.
So you got to put a stop to them. You know how you put a stop to them? By exterminating them, by controlling them. You know, Esau's got to be controlled for 1,000 years, and after we've used his services, he's going to be wiped out.
Services.
Yeah,
Because Esau's no good. In fact, give me Isaiah 14.
I'll get that.
It goes into
It's more here.
Oh no, wait. We're gonna go back to it. Isaiah 14, verse 21.
All right, it says, you can stay on that, brother.
Yes, hold
I'll
that.
say this one.
Yeah. It says, prepare slaughter for his children for the iniquity of their fathers,
Right.
that they do not rise, nor possess the land,
Right.
nor fill the faces of the world with cities.
Why don't we want that to happen? Why is it that we don't want them to fill the land, possess the land, and make cities again? Because if they do that, they're just gonna promote more sodomy, man. They're gonna make more laws to pass gay rights.
They're doing it already.
They're doing it already, man.
Hey, you see that? See the lights there, yeah? You see the green man? The green lights? That's a man, isn't it? Right? Go to Trafalgar Square, man. You know what you see there? You see the sign for the woman, the sign for the man, and the sign for transgenders, man. You see that it's like the woman is the arrow, in it.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. The female and the male.
Yeah, and then you see the transgender one.
Yeah.
There's the symbol for the transgender. I'm looking at it, I was thinking, what? You know what I'm saying? Obviously, I'm not surprised, but when I saw it, thinking, you only see this here. You don't see this like
China or
yeah,
Africa.
you don't see it down where I live down in South London. You only see it in Central. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of weird things going on, man.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I said quickly. For example, you know Boots, they got a new advert and they got all these women saying get ready for summer, and then there's a black guy who's a man dressed as a woman. Yeah, I saw it yesterday, man. And you know they walk fun to do that.
Don't do it, please.
Yeah, I know, man. I was like, but they would have to get Jake to do that, man. Yeah, you see.
So what would you say?
Yeah, I got a quick precept, brother, to back what you were saying before. This is on Malachi 1, verse 4. Whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down.
Right.
And they shall call them the border of wickedness.
Right.
Because you said something to the effect of how when Esau, anywhere that Esau goes, he spreads evil.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
The wickedness of the world, it said.
Hey, in Maccabees, when Alexander reigned, what does it say?
The wicked root.
Evil was more multiplied, man.
Right.
Evil was multiplied. So that's why the Lord don't, in fact, go back to the Isaiah thing, man. This is why the Lord don't want Esau to fill up the land again, man.
This is Isaiah 14, verse 21. Prepare slaughter for his children for the iniquity of their fathers, that they do not rise, nor possess the land, nor fill their faces, nor fill the face of the world with cities.
Exactly, because when he possesses the land, what does he do? He cuts down all the trees. He changes the natural habitation of the animals. He makes it where the animals that are now living in the wood, they now got to travel into the cities, man, looking for food.
Yeah, and I've seen
Because
that
their
as well.
natural habitat has been cut down.
Yeah.
Bears, all right, mountain lions.
Yeah.
They're all traveling into the city now, attacking human beings. Why? Because Esau done cut down their natural habitats, man.
Like Brazil, the rainforest there, they're cutting it down.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Or you'll start killing off the animals. You better leave the animals alone. You better leave them alone.
That's right.
Okay? What Esau will do, he'll start harming the earth. Now what we're walking on, concrete.
Yeah.
The earth itself is in captivity.
Yeah.
The earth it can't breathe.
It's crying out, isn't it?
The earth is underneath all this shit and it hasn't seen the sunshine in how many centuries, man?
See, that's the type of shit that piss you off, man. Because I'm more into nature and all of that stuff. So when he said that, man, kind of sparked the nerve there. You know what I'm saying? But this is why Esau gotta go down.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And we really can't get too mad because it's like Esau has to serve his purpose, fulfill his part of the story, and then be taken out the way, man. Esau gotta go.
Right.
It's time for him to go, man.
That's right.
It's time for him to go.
I mean, the earth itself hasn't even properly received sunshine, man, because of all these buildings, all right? And all these shadows, all these shadows blocks out the sun. You can't get the real essence of the sunshine, man.
And you know what too, and I don't mean to cut in, right? But I want to say this because you got certain parts of the earth that is filled with grass and stuff, but the earth is still in captivity because of the air pollution. So the earth can't still even breathe.
Right.
So not only do you have to deal with the concrete trapped in the earth, but you also got to deal with the pollution that's also trapped in the earth from breathing.
Yeah.
That's why this fucking man gotta go down, man.
Hey, Salakia, that's why he pollutes the air, and now they've got a new charge for